Hey guys, it's Ep63 and welcome back to episode 63 of my Leeds United career mode. Now today we're going to be playing a game against Aston Villa. We're also going to be finishing off the January transfer window and hopefully selling a few players that we don't need. And there might be one or two games after that as well. Before obviously we get into the episode, if we go hit 20 likes on this video, that would be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I think let's move on into the Aston Villa game. This is the team I'm going to be playing with. It's pretty much the team you'd probably expect, with it being an FA Cup game. Rossetti starts in goal, and we've got Luke Howe starting alongside Smith. I think it's the first game for this centre-back, actually. Centre-back for us. And then we've got Yedlin at right back, Galloway on left-back with Ramirez and Bridcut in front of them. And then kind of the usual front four from there. That's the bench I've gone with. Vardy starts on there after we signed him in the previous episode. We got him back because he did originally sign for us, but then I had to sell him to get Yaya Toure in. So that's basically what's happened, but hopefully we can get rid of a few players, one of which is, ironically, Yaya Toure, because he hasn't been good enough for us. We've also got Callum Wilson as well, which we're trying to get rid of, amongst others. And yeah, let's pretty much get on with this game now. Hopefully get ourselves a win against Aston Villa and move into the next round. Here we go. Also, I should have probably mentioned that we've got a debut for Ramirez as well, who we signed in the previous episode. He starts instead of Lewis Cook. I don't know if that's going to be the case throughout the rest of the season or not. I'm kind of just testing out Ramirez in this FA Cup replay. Hopefully he plays well, because obviously he cost us quite a bit of money. It was £10 million he cost us. I would have thought he should do. I really like him on other game modes, so he should be fine, I would imagine, on career mode. Already getting forward, and hopefully that pace and stamina should help us alongside Bridcut. Byram actually does start this game, which is unusual. We've not come up against him since he left us, so they've finally started him in the FA Cup. Can we have a good strike here from Ramirez? Wow, that came out of nowhere and it's still going in the box. Berahino, it falls down to another good save from the goalkeeper. I think Charlie Taylor also starts as well. It's a double whammy. Both of them have started. We've not seen either of them in the other occasions that we've played them since they joined Aston Villa. But wow, what a start that's been. 5 minutes in. Hell of a strike from Ramirez. It's going to be great to put the corner in. It's not a great ball in. Berahino trying to keep it in the box, but he couldn't quite manage it. Demarai Gray going to try and put in a ball to Berahino. Oh, what a save from the keeper again. Brad Guzan keeping Aston Villa in this match so far. It could be a 2-0 probably so far, but what a save that is. Out for another corner. Gray will take it again. Hopefully it's a bit better this time, but again Guzan punching it away. And they certainly have been kept in it by him, but Yedlin's still got it here. Gets blocked into the path of Brad Guzan. On the break here, we've got a ball going through to Berahino. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. We should already be winning this game. Can he finish it off? And he has done. 1-0 just before half-time. Brilliant counter-attack from their free kick. And for some reason, they only left one player back during that attack. So, yeah, very bizarre. We did manage to just about counter-attack in time. I wondered whether the ref was going to blow his whistle or not, but he didn't. And we finished off around Brad Guzan 1-0. And that is it for the first half. Still winning the game 1-0. We won't make any changes just for now. We'll move on into the second half. And yeah, looking for Demarai Gray with the ball. It's a brilliant pass. Cutting on his right foot and trying to find Berahino. Oh, what a header. What a ball in. And we're winning the game 2-0. Berahino with his second of the match. Very good header that one. Lovely move as well. Brilliant initial pass out there to Demarai Gray, who cuts back on to his right foot. And a brilliant header into the back of the net. 2-0. And I think we might make some changes in a couple of minutes. And these are the 3 changes that I'm going to make. We're going to bring on Vardy, Toure and also Cook as well. We'll take off Ramirez, Calvin Phillips and Berahino. Just kind of rest those 3 main players, but also still bringing on 3 very good players. So let's wait and see how they get on. Hopefully it will mean that we can get a couple more goals. And yeah, going to try and find Vardy with the pass on his left foot off the post. Well, he certainly looks better than Callum Wilson already, Jamie Vardy. He's done a lot more than Callum Wilson ever has when he's come off the bench. And Yaya Toure with the strike. Not too bad. It did get blocked in the end. Vardy through to Toure. He's going to try and rampage his way through. He's still going Yaya Toure off the post. The other one this time should be at least 3 or 4-0 now. We've had so many chances. Just not quite flying in for us today. Still 20 minutes left though to get a couple more. Yaya's going to hold up for Jamie Vardy. Now looking for Lewis Cook with the ball through. Still going Lewis Cook brilliantly. Again trying to find Vardy. Can he finish it off? Oh, okay. That's not the greatest shot you'll ever see. Probably should have been on his right foot. I don't know why he took it with his left. What a return that would have been. And just tried to toe poke it in with his left foot for some reason. Another attack for us. Lewis Cook trying to find Jamie Vardy. There should be a goal. But no, it's a penalty. Okay. Was that the defender that fouled him? I can't quite tell, to be honest. I didn't see what happened there. It can't have been the goalkeeper, surely. It doesn't look like it. No, I wouldn't say that's a penalty, to be honest, but we'll take it. 5 minutes left, and they'll be making a change, bringing on Gusted. And let's get Jamie Vardy to take this one on his return for us. Can we get it in the top right-hand corner? Let's see. Top right, hopefully, and it is. Goalkeeper doesn't even move. Doesn't even bother to move. 3-0, 4 minutes left, and there could be enough time to get another goal. And that is it. We've won the game 3-0. Really comfortable in the end. Could have easily been 5 or 6, but it doesn't finish that way, sadly. We'll happily take that, though. We move into the next round, and we've quite clearly completely dominated Aston Villa there. And yeah, let's move on to the next game. But before we move on to the next match, we obviously have to finish off the transfer window. We've got into the final 10 hours now. We're just waiting to pretty much sell players, so hopefully we have a few bids in for a couple of them that I don't need. And transfer offer in here for Joe Lowe. It's only a loan deal, so we don't really need to get too excited about that one, but he will be loaned out to Northampton. And that's just going to give us a couple of extra grand on the wage budget. I don't know whether we'll have any major bids coming in, though. Here's another transfer offer, this time for Spence, our left back, off to Portsmouth for 1 year. That's not too bad. I think he deserves a little bit of growth. So yeah, we won't be really using him, I don't think, to be honest, anyway. So yeah, I think we'll loan him out for now. Sadly, we won't be able to sign anybody in the remaining 6 hours because we don't have enough money. That's how much we've got there, 1.5 million, which isn't a lot really that we can do much with. So we'll just continue to sim through the last few hours. And another transfer offer in, this time for Berahino, 37 million, a lot of money. But we are just going to reject that one. Not interested in selling him, especially in this time in the transfer window as well. Not really an ideal offer to be getting in there with just 4 hours left. Okay, QPR have just signed this goalkeeper for 12.5 million, and we're going to be playing QPR in the next match, so hopefully he's not as good as the price tag suggests, but he does look like a pretty decent keeper, so he might be that we find it a little bit more tricky to beat them in the next game. And on to the final hour of the transfer window, and I think that is going to be it. The transfer window is finished. We do have a little bit of prize money, I think, for getting into next round, which is always good. 90 grand, though. Doesn't really do us too much, to be honest. Capella wants to leave in the next transfer window. It's a bit of an odd one, to be honest. And the youth squad monthly report has come through. We've only got 1 player in there at the moment, which isn't too good. We need to try and stick out some more players. I thought I'd set up one, to be honest, in the previous episode or something, but let's have a look. Yes, I have, so it comes on the 29th. Of every month, so we'll have to wait until then, and yeah, I think that is pretty much everything now that we need to do involving transfers, and obviously we're out of the transfer window, we're into February, 3rd place at the moment, on the same points as Man United, 6 points behind Chelsea, but we play Chelsea and Arsenal this month, so it's going to be a tough month. Let's move on to player development, and hopefully try and get some of these youngsters going up in attributes, and do we have anybody going up there? We've got a couple of players, yeah, Munier and Phillips going up. And other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Dele Alli wants to discuss wages with us, so we'll have to take a quick look at that. Hopefully he doesn't want too much more than what he's currently on. I don't think he's on that much, to be honest, at the moment anyway, so even if he does want quite a bit, it'll probably be still quite a fair amount. Let's see how much he's after. Let's try and find him on here. I don't know what he's currently on, to be honest. 7 grand. Wow, he's going to probably want about 30, 40, something like that. Yeah, 40 grand a week. And let's just try and offer him that. We'll go important first team player again, but we can't offer him the full 40. I didn't even realise I was doing that too quick. We're going to have to offer him, I think it was 34, so we'll wait and see what he says to that. We might have to change it a little bit, actually, if we can. Okay, now onto the QPR game. We won't be playing this one, and we are just going to have to sim this one through the calendar. Hopefully get ourselves a good result against them, though, because we obviously need the points. We need to be in the title race at the moment. We are 6 points behind. And I've got a feeling we might just have dropped some points here. Let's see. We did. We dropped 2 points. It's a draw against QPR. Not the greatest result. Hopefully other ones went our way, but they didn't. Chelsea actually made sure it did go our way because they lost. So we're actually not in such a bad position. We've got them coming up at the end of the month, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I think, is that Joe Gomez? It is. He's out for 2 weeks with a pulled groin. So he won't be playing in the next couple of games. Now let's move on to the next match. Hopefully play this one against Everton. Again, we'll quickly do some more player drills. I don't think they're really doing too much at the moment, these player drills. I might have to change the players around. Because we might have reached a point where they're not really affecting them too much. So I think I'll probably change it around next week or something like that. Let's move on to the next game against Everton. Hopefully, again, get ourselves 3 points to try and close that gap on United and obviously Chelsea. But it doesn't look like we will be able to, because it seems like... In fact, no, we've got Man United there, who have got a game in hand as well. So we could close the gap possibly, but it depends on their result. Okay, Dele Alli's turned down the contract. He needs a change in his career, apparently. It's a bit of a strange one. We'll try and offer him another one if he wants to renegotiate. There we go, we're going to offer him the full 40 grand. It wouldn't be the biggest error for him to leave, I don't think, to be honest. He's not really getting that much game time with us, so it's kind of understandable that he wants to leave. We do have better sentiments, I think, in game, so that's the reason why he doesn't play too much. Let's move on to changing around the team and get on with this Everton game. And this is the team we're going to be going with. It's pretty much the side you'd probably expect again. Jack Butland starts in goal. We've got Luke Howard-Smith as centre-back, Galloway at left-back, Yedlin at right-back. Ramirez and Bridcut start again as CDM with Phillips in front of them, Gray on the left, Meunier on the right with Berahino up front. That leaves us with this sort of bench. Wilson comes in on the bench this time round, along with this centre-back that I can't pronounce the name of. But he's 66 overall. I think it'd be okay to play as a full-back if we needed him during the game at some point. Let's wait and see how we get on against Everton. It'll be a tough game, obviously. We've got some decent players, but hopefully we should have enough in our team to beat them. Demarai Gray's come on the inside here. What a save. And Calvin Phillips has followed up, and it is 1-0. I thought it would be offside, and Phillips has had quite a slow start to this game, to be honest. He hasn't been involved too much and hasn't really showed that much quality. I was already thinking about taking him off at half-time, but he's got himself a goal there, and just a smash into the back of the net from very close range. 1-0, and I think it's just about being deserved. It has been quite a close game, this one, to be honest. No one has stood out yet, but we've just about taken the lead. Ramirez on to Calvin Phillips. Can he get himself a second? Nearly. Good save from the keeper again. And Calvin Phillips has certainly looked much better since scoring that goal. Really had quite a slow start to the game, but he's definitely picked it up now, and I don't think I'll be taking him off. Going to look for Berahino with the long ball. Don't usually do that too often with Berahino on the pitch, but he's managed to keep hold of it. That's surely a penalty. And it is. The referee's given it just before half-time. Really bad challenge from Funes Mori, however you pronounce his name. And yeah, that's definitely a foul. Doesn't get any of the ball. Well, at least until he's gone through the player anyway. So we do have the penalty, and it's going to be Berahino, I think, to step up and take this one. Can he score? Top right, hopefully, and it does go in. Again, the keeper doesn't move. That's 2 penalties in this episode so far. 2-0 up just before half-time. And that is it for the first half. Still in the game 2-0. We'll keep the team the same for now. I'll probably make some changes maybe 10-15 minutes in. Okay, I'm going to make the changes nice and early. We'll take off Berahino. We are 2-0 up now, so we should be fine really in this game to bring on Vardy. And also take off Phillips as well. Bring on Yaya Toure. Take off Ramirez and bring on Lewis Cook. Just kind of like the usual changes, I suppose, now. Because we just need to protect some of our starting 11 players. We should be fine to win this game, I'd imagine. But you never know, they could score here with Coleman. And no, they won't. Not with that sort of cross. Wow, they've just kept the ball for about the last 5 or 6 minutes, maybe, something like that. And they've just gone and got themselves a goal somehow. No idea how that's happened, but we couldn't win back the ball. They were just passing it from one side of the pitch to the other without us being able to get anywhere near it. And they're just back in the game like that, 2-1 now. And yeah, we are really on the edge of things. So for some reason, it's just come out of nowhere since making those changes. And obviously, they've just brought on Barkley as well. Yaya Toure to have a strike, and it's a good save from the keeper. That would be nice to get a third goal. Oh, that's Galloway sent off, but he's got no choice but to do something there against Funes Mori. And that's down to Yaya Toure giving the ball away. And that's caused Galloway to get 2 yellow cards and a red card. Well, obviously the second yellow card. The first one was just his fault. But that is a red card for our play in the 90th minute. They've got themselves a free kick as well, which hasn't helped us out. Are they going to play it short? Oh, I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, off the post. And out for a goal kick. That was too close. We finished this game with 10 men. Can we finish it with a 2-1 win as well? Let's just get that one up to Vardy. I think that's got to be it now, surely. And it is. Whew. We were lucky because if Galloway didn't bring him down, that would have definitely been a goal for them. And Galloway gets sent off against his former club as well. Nice return back to their stadium. And yeah, we did get ourselves 3 points, 7 shots, 7 on target, and the game finishes 2-1. Probably should have scored more goals again. Was a bit too tight, really, compared to the actual chances that we created. It should have been a lot more comfortable game, but it wasn't in the end. And we've got a game against Burnley in the FA Cup in the next round. We'll wait and see what sort of team we have available for that game. But I think that'll be it for this episode. But before we end it, Dele Alli has refused to negotiate. Okay, so he's not looking to extend his contract at all. He now wants to leave the club. I think that's probably going to happen, to be honest, anyway, because he wasn't getting played too often. Got a player suspended, obviously Galloway there, with a 1-match ban. That is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. And also subscribe as well. That'd be also brilliant. If you could add yourself onto the subscribers that we've currently got on this channel, which is, I think, over 3,600 now. So thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.